very interested about understanding how the future of food and farming would develop. And since I've started, I've written 2 books, and I want to introduce those books to you today. The first book is called Future Harvest. And the purpose of that book for me was to try to find out if we could feed the magical number of 9 billion people by 2050. I read a lot of things, but I didn't find anything that was either complete enough or was unbiased. And I just wanted to just review the possibilities. So that's what I've done with this book, and I've looked at it around 6 principles that I've called the SIMPLE principle. So SIMPLE is an acronym for S for sustainability, I for innovation, M for market orientation, P for pragmatism, L for leadership, and E for efficiency. And I've built the whole story around those 6 principles, and then I looked at all the challenges in terms of production, but also all the possibilities, all the new developments. And I reviewed all the possibilities to produce more food on the land by increasing the acreage of land that is in production, but also by increasing yields. I looked at the possibility of improving grasslands and produce more on grasslands. Look at the possibilities of developing further agriculture in urban centers, and looking also in deserts and in the sea. And when I finished the book, it's not a spoiler to give my conclusion, I realized that yes, we can produce enough food to feed 9 billion people, and even more than that. But the thing is not so much can we, but will we? Are we going to have the willingness to take all the actions that are needed to get there? And I ended the book with this question, and that's kind of where I started the second book. So the second book I call We Will Reap What We Sow. And as you can see on the picture, there is a bit of a yin-yang symbol out of a sunflower. And it really symbolizes the content of the book. We can produce enough food to feed 9 billion people, but it's really entirely up to us. The decision is ours. If we take all the right actions, yes, we will be able to. If we don't take the right actions, then yeah, there will be some trouble down the road. And I was looking in this book more from the human side. As much as Future Harvest was more factual and technical, this one is really more focused about human nature and all our little flaws, and that make us do the bad things that we do sometimes, and try to see how the leadership and all of us could basically take responsibility to improve that. Just take good habits instead of bad habits. How can we give an incentive and a motivation for people to do the right thing? How can we reward people to do the right thing? And from there, then it's all reflection about, okay, this is maybe the likely scenario that can happen if we don't change anything, but what is the desirable scenario? If we really want to improve things and make it work for all of us, then there is some possibilities, but it's going to take some action. The leadership will have to not only have a vision, but they're going to have a plan, and a plan B and a plan C probably, and is going to have to execute this plan to completion. So this book is more of a half factual, half philosophical, if you want, but it creates a lot of reflection and raises a lot of questions that I think are very stimulating to try to answer.